Hello children, hope you are watching all the video lessons and also you are attending the live classes. Yes, after watching the video lessons, you have to read the textbook, okay, as many times as possible. Then you will understand more clearly. Whenever you have doubt, you can get them clarified, right? Now see children, what I am going to do. I have taken this cylindrical object and I am going to move it. So I applied little amount of force and it moved to certain distance. After that what happened? It stopped. Did I stop it? Did I hold it? No. Automatically it got stopped. Why a moving object stops automatically? Okay, the reason behind this is nothing but friction. So friction is a force which tries to oppose the movement of bodies. So in this video we are going to learn about friction, what are the reasons for friction and few more concepts about friction. Hope you will enjoy. Children, let's understand what is friction. According to Newton's first law of motion, a body continues to be in motion or at rest unless and until an external force acts on it. What does it mean? Imagine there is a ball, children, and it is moving. Does it keep on moving? No. After some time, it comes to rest. Okay. Similarly, a body is simply present on one surface. It's not moving. Unless and until someone pushes or kicks it, it doesn't move. Okay, did you understand the Newton's law of motion now? Yeah. According to this, a rolling ball should keep on moving. We all know that a rolling ball stops after some time. So, have you ever seen a rolling ball keeps on moving forever? No. After some time, it certainly stops. Yes. This is due to the force acting between the ball and the surface. Why does this ball stop? According to Newton's first law, it should keep on moving. But that's not happening. It stops. Why does this stop? So, there is some external force which is trying to stop that body. That is nothing but frictional force or friction. Now look at the picture, children. A ball is moving in this direction, whereas friction is applying on that ball in the opposite direction. So with this you understand that friction is a force which opposes motion of a body, right? Now let's try to define the friction. The force acting along the two surfaces in contact which opposes the motion of one body over the other is called the force of friction. It's also called as friction. Okay. Now what is friction? It is one kind of force. Which kind of force it is? It is contact force. You learned in the previous videos, no? What is contact force? What is non-contact force? Here you can see the ball and the surface are in contact with each other, right? So, the force that is acting to stop this body is nothing but a contact force, that is frictional force or simply friction. Children, you understood that friction always opposes the motion, right? What about the direction? Do you think both will be in the same direction or oppose? In which case, let us discuss by taking this example. Now, here you look, there is an object placed on one surface. You know that each and every object possesses some weight. Let the weight of the object be W. And you also learned in the previous classes that normal reaction always tries to balance this weight and also in the opposite direction. So W and R balance each other and they are in opposite direction. Okay. Since they balance each other, there won't be any movement of the body in this direction or in this direction. So movement is possible in other directions only. Now imagine there is some force capital F which is applied on this body towards the right side. So naturally friction applies on the body towards the left side. Okay. F is the force applied on the body to produce relative motion, whereas force of friction, it means small f, acts along the surface of contact. This force of friction always acts along the surface of contact. This tries to oppose this. So you can see capital F is in this right direction, whereas small f is in the left direction. Now let us change the direction of F and see in which direction friction applies on the body. Same object, same surface, everything is same. Now force is applied in the left direction. Then do you think friction will also be in the same direction? No. Friction always acts in the opposite direction to that of the force. You can see when capital F is in the left direction, small f is in the right direction. So by this you can understand that friction always opposes the relative motion between the two bodies in contact irrespective of the direction of motion. Whether it is towards the left or right, south or north, it always opposes the relative motion. Is that clear, children? Children, now let's understand a simple and interesting thing about friction. That is, friction is a self-adjusting force. You may wonder how friction can adjust itself. Definitely it's a self-adjusting force. Come, let's understand now. Consider a block on a horizontal table. This is your table and this is your block. Okay. You know that it has certain weight and this is the normal reaction. R is the normal reaction and W is the weight. If a small force F is applied on the block, the force is balanced by the friction small f and the block doesn't move. Imagine a heavy body and you are applying some force to move it. So naturally friction also applies to balance this force so object doesn't move. If you apply more force, then accordingly friction also increases proportionately, but still object doesn't tend to move. If force increases, friction also increases proportionately. Okay, so unless and until you apply so much force, the friction tries to balance the force and it always tries to resist the body to move. So we can clearly say that friction is a self-adjusting force. Understood?